It's the
Father
Son.
Podcast.
Yeah. So I'm deciding every time we do a podcast, I'm gonna have a joke. So I found a joke because I thought it'd be a great idea. What time did the man go to the dentist?
Give in.
2:30.
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay. So to a serious, well, not real serious because it's Uber. So, do you know what Uber is, Dad?
Well, I believe it's kind of an informal system of giving people lifts.
Yeah, cheaper way.
Passenger service.
So pretty much you download an app on like the iTunes store,
Yeah.
and you make an account, and you don't like putting credit card numbers on things, so you can use PayPal, I'm pretty sure. What you do is you pay in advance and you get a lift, and it's like, because you know how because we live in a kind of remote sort of town, it's like $50 to go from the airport to our house, and it's like a 10-minute drive, a 15-minute drive. And with Uber, it's $30. So, but the problem is the person that drives you doesn't need any training, just kind of signs up. So what do you think about Uber?
Well, on the surface, it seems like a good deal for people to have cheaper transport. However, I can see that it could be damaging for the taxi industry, having so much competition.
But the taxi industry is a scam because it's $50 for a ride. Like, why?
Yeah, so it's it just could be hard for people to try and make a living as a taxi driver.
Well, that's why you go to school. Also, because in Asia, taxi drive it's so much cheaper. In Asia, like Uber decided, I'm gonna try going like Taiwan, Japan, China. It wouldn't work because the taxis there are already so cheap. If they made it any cheaper, they would probably make almost zero profit. Like in America and Australia, where it's mostly large, it's quite a big profit because it's like $5 and maintenance, but it's kind of all rigged, just like the airplane industry. I'm not sure if you've seen the United Airlines video, but that will be another podcast.
Yeah.
So, would you ever go on Uber?
Oh yes, I'd give it a try.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know how much vetting there are of the drivers, so you don't know who you're going to get, I guess.
True. Then again, have you seen because Uber's not an interesting topic, let's move on to the United Airlines. Have you seen that video of a guy getting beaten?
Yes.
Isn't that just... Well, and just kind of shocks me, actually, because we took United Airlines to go to America. They seem very nice people. But what does that make you feel of the company now?
Well, I think they've definitely got a big problem with their very negative news report about them. So they'll have a hard time. They may lose a lot of customers.
Well, I watched this video, and in like 1990 or something, there were like 12 major airplane companies, something like 12 or 11 major airplane companies, and now there's only 5 in America. In Australia, there's only like 2, but in America, it's United, Delta, American, I think Southern, something like that, and I don't know what the other one was. I remember there's 5, and apparently because if you have lots of competition and lots of customers, that makes better service on your flight. But if you go to Boston or something like that, where there is low competition yet high customers, you can expect very more higher costs and much lower service. But most people don't really care about service so long as they get A to B the cheapest way possible. But do you think service would ever change your opinion on a flight? Say, because in Australia we only have like 2 or 3, you're going to go on United Airlines, and the cost was $300 to go from Sydney to Adelaide. $300, but you got no food, no entertainment, nothing. You just got a seat and one suitcase room. Or would you go on Qantas, which would be $500, but you got food, you got more baggage space, and you got a bit more leg room? Which would you pick?
Well, I think up until now, I'd probably always go for the cheaper one and just put up with no frills.
Yeah.
But I guess now I might start to think a little bit more about some comforts. But I think basically I'd go for the cheaper one.
Yeah, that's what most people do. So apparently, a United will probably have no effects in their profit margin, because if it's cheap, people will take it, because it's expensive to fly in air. It's efficient and quick, but expensive.
So I mean, it's only one person that's had a problem with United on this issue.
It's just
over a long time.
It's just someone recorded it and it's exploded.
Yeah.
Actually, it happens quite a lot. But just apparently a dog went missing on one of the flights. I mean, accidents happen, but it's just how publicised it becomes.
Yeah.
Which is never good.
Certainly a big blow to the image, public relations image.
Oh yeah. I mean, then again, when we booked flights to America, there was choice of like 3. I think it was Qantas, I think it might have been Delta, and United. And I think Qantas was $3,000 per ticket. I think United was around $2,000, and I think Delta was somewhere a little bit below. I think the reason we picked United was because they had much better quality seats. Because I found in economy at United international flights going from Sydney to LA, it's quite comfortable. I mean, I had a great flight. I enjoyed the flight. I'm sure I would have enjoyed it more if they gave me a free seat in business class. I'm just saying. Just saying. But I love to get a free lift, but that doesn't happen. So, say Qantas decide to chuck a family, say Qantas decided to kick off some people off their plane for some employees, and say one of those people had to go to an important meeting that afternoon, and he refused, and he got dragged off. What would you do in that situation? Would you just record with your phone? Record with your phone. B, confront the person face to face. The security guard probably wouldn't be happy. Or 3, protest like a democracy way and just yell, but not physically do anything.
Yeah, I don't. I certainly would want to protest. I don't think I would allow myself to be physically dragged. I would just go along with it, but I would. I'd certainly want to make my protest voice felt.
Yeah, well, you're a bit older. I guess you don't want to get hurt because I might be. The guy that got dragged off, I think it was like 69.
Mm.
That's not good. He is 69. He could like not recover from that.
Yeah.
Like after the age of 40, things like that can give you scars for the rest of your life.
Yeah, emotional scars. So.
Like if you were 20, it'd probably be fine because your body's like, oh yeah, I got this. But when you're 50 or 60 or nearly 70, I don't think your body's gonna cope. Like it's probably not gonna recover fully. It might recover. Depends on his health. He didn't look that. He had a bit of a belly there. I mean, it's not bad. I guess the belly's good. But I mean, that's just wrong. Like they could have gotten like they could have gotten just like some people going back to visit family or something. Like people on holiday but that aren't from a different country are probably okay to be the ones taken off because they were probably peaceful. I don't know why they didn't offer to anyone else. Apparently they offered like $800 or something and he refused because he has a job and he had to get to the work to appointment because he's like a psychiatrist. I don't know what he was. But I think that's just wrong. Just dragging some old guy off. Like, I'm sure if it was a 20-year-old or 30-year-old person. So, if I was in that situation, because I'm still not fully grown and I probably wouldn't be much of a fight. I'd be too glad. I'd probably make my protest loud and clear. But say if I was 20 or 30 and I had a valid if I didn't have like a job urgency or like a job interview or meeting or something not related to work, I'd probably be okay to go. But say I was a business CEO, and actually if I was a CEO I would not be in economy. So if I was like, I don't know, I was an accountant and I had to go to this accountant meeting in Canberra. So I was like, okay, well, I can't go. And the waitress said to me, hostess, I can't remember what they're called, said to me, you please get off the plane, you're like the chosen one. And if I was 20 or 30, I'd probably say no, and I'll stay there, because I'll probably be able to physically withstand and recover from it, because you'll probably get dragged off. But you shouldn't be dragged off in the first place. They should just get someone else who's willing and offer more money, because apparently the law in America is if the flight is over like 4 hours long or something, they have to offer to at least $1,300. They only offered to $900. I'm not sure what the law is in Australia. I'm pretty sure you can't get kicked off. I think Australia does pretty well because we don't overbook our flights like United. Just putting it out there. But yeah, if I was in that situation now, I'll probably be with a parent or guardian, and I'll just go with whatever you would say, because I'm not. I think that wouldn't go well. But if I was 20, 30, I'd probably stay there. If I was 40, I have no idea, because I'm about to hit that retirement age. I don't really want a couple broken bones and my jaw dislocated, so I'll probably just go, Oh, that's 50 or 60 or 70 or 80. Oh, if I was 80, I shouldn't be on a plane. And hopefully you wouldn't get dragged off if you're 80. That guy was nearly 8. No, he was 69. Okay. Still, United, shame on you. I think that was bad. Yeah. Any other opinions on this?
No, I basically agree. It was a very poor show. It just seems to me that amazing that they still have this policy that they can do that to people.
There's a policy?
A policy of overbooking their flights.
Yeah, why did it... I mean, if you get a flight that costs $600, I hope you get on your flight. Like, what? I don't understand. I'm sure, like, 1 or 2 people might miss flights, but whenever we go on flights, we go an hour or 2 hours early. Just relax and eat some food at the restaurants there. Even though it's expensive, but still, at least I don't waste $400 on a flight. And if everyone just went on their flights, there wouldn't be overbooking. And if the companies were honest and clean, there wouldn't be this situation. And if they had employees that needed to go somewhere, I mean, can't they sit in those little air hostesses seats? You know how they have these special seats they can sit down on the little sections on the plane where all the food and drinks are stopped. They will see. They could sit there. I mean, if they were part of the airline, or they could have sat in some empty business class or first class seat, because I'm pretty sure there'll be some empty ones, because they aren't always filled. They could have just sat there. You could have given them a nice, relaxing flight, or you could have just booked in advance on your own plane, so they wouldn't have to drag someone, and this wouldn't happen, and people won't get bashed for no good reason. It was nearly at retirement age. And actually, Emirates Airlines, I'm from Arabia. The CEO of United once called Emirates not a proper airline or something like that. And you know how United's motto is "Fly the friendly skies." Apparently, I saw an ad on YouTube for Emirates, just kind of poking at United for saying that at Emirates. So they say, and I can't remember what really happened, but at the end it said, "Fly the real friendly skies." And I could just sense some rivalry there. I think that was fair. If I was a company and my arch nemesis company was like dissing my legitimacy, at the second there was a crack, I would probably do the same thing. Like that was, I think that was, what would be a fair, what do you think a fair punishment for United would be?
Oh, I guess I'd give a big fine. That's about all I can think of, and some reimbursement for that unfortunate passenger,
and his health. I think they should pay for everything, and the extra $1 million because they, there was this thing. If United had given that passenger $1 million to get off the plane, they would make more money than they have lost from this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. You could just save so much money, so much time, less scandals, if you just did the right thing. But no, they gotta try and be all sneaky and think they can get away with all this. So is that all?
Yeah, that's about all from me.
Well, thank y'all for listening to the
Father
Son podcast. Sorry we didn't go on. I didn't record this on Tuesday because I was sick. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. You wanna say bye?
Bye.
Bye.